Hello everyone and welcome to the start of the next Pokemon tournament. It is the 10th tournament, which is a pretty special milestone. So since really the start of Tournament 8, I knew what we were going to do for Tournament 10. It's going to be the All Generations Random Battle Tournament. Instead of matches being best 2 out of 3, we're playing best 4 out of 7. Playing every generation's random battle once. And the person that wins 4 of them first is the winner of the match. Now, not only are these easily the longest matches, we have 18 participants, which is the highest number ever, which means due to 18 participants, 5 rounds of Swiss. We'll still have a top 4 cut, but we'll have 5 rounds of Swiss. So this will definitely be the longest tournament yet, and potentially for a very long time due to how long the matches take. My first opponent is someone who's making their debut in this tournament, Morgan. As explained earlier, we are playing through all generations random battles. In round 2 and onwards, the order in which you have to play them, because you do have to play them in a set order, the order in which you have to play them depends on how many times each generation has been played before, because I want at the very end of the tournament each generation to have been played approximately the same amount of times. But obviously in round 1 nothing's been played yet, so it's a complete random order. I personally like Gen 4 a lot. There's certain generations I like Gen 1, Gen 2 quite a bit. There's certain generations that I feel I'm not as good at. Let's just see how it goes. We're starting with Generation 5, Alka versus Morgan in round 1 of the Old Generations Random Battle Tournament. It's Huntail versus Staraptor. I get intimidated, but the White Orb immediately restores that, which suggests that this is a Shell Smash Huntail. Yes, it is. So my defense lowering stays, but I am fast. Let's see what I can do against Latios. Sucker Punch, crit. Latios down. They have a Shaman, another legendary. That can't happen in roundabouts. A bunch of legendaries. You do have to be lucky. But then you have to be lucky to be able to make use of maybe lesser Pokemon to take him out. I have a Abomasnow, can hit Shaman really hard. And with Blizzard, I do take him out. So that's a 5-4 lead for me in this first battle. Chandelure comes in. That's going to hit me hard. I don't want that. Kyogre is going to send in the rain. I have 2 Weather Shadows on this team. I have a legendary. Calm Mind. Their Energy Ball hits hard, but I do move faster, so it's time to attack. Surf, Chandelure, gone. Staraptor comes in again. Uses Quick Attack, and with a critical it does take out Kyogre, so it's a 4-3 lead for me. And Gothitelle hits Staraptor, can Staraptor hit back. U-turn deals pretty good damage, almost half. Goes into Swampert. There's no Mega Swampert here, so no Swift Swim Macho Man. Abomasnow resists the Surf. Rain is gone, so that's less damage. Giga Drain. Heal off all of the damage I've taken so far. Did a lot of damage to Swampert. And just a tiny hit left, and Blizzard inhales 100% accurate, so that's gone. Lapras comes in. Won't take all that much damage from the Blizzard. We'll take decent damage from Giga Drain, and I heal off a good amount of the damage that I've been dealt. And unless I get frozen, that's not gonna help. Not really. Giga Drain, Giga Drain, Giga Drain. They don't take damage from heal, obviously, because they are Ice type themselves. And I'm almost out of Giga Drains, I'm going to assume. They do have a crit, which is very important. However, it came too late. And I suppose it's best that it came so late, so that I can't heal off most of that damage. Staraptor comes in, they quick attack, but they don't actually take me out, so I am able to use Blizzard and take out the Staraptor. And because we only have these teams once, because they're random all the time, I try to, at the end of the battle, write down what other Pokemon I have that might not have been revealed. But at the time you win, you can't see your other Pokemon anymore. So I remember that I had Smeargle and something else. I don't remember what that was. So I win the first battle, but this is only the first out of 4 that I need to win. Morgan could still win 4-1. So we move on to the next generation. Not necessarily in chronological order, and it isn't here. It's Generation 7 for the second battle. And I start with Xerneas. Is this Geomancy? Is this Geomancy Power Herb? It's Geomancy. It's Geomancy Power Herb. We're starting extremely strong on Generation 7. Moonblast. Big damage on Kabutops. And Liquidation doesn't even do all that much. It's third. They have Origin Giratina, one of my favorite Pokemon. But I can hit them super effectively with Moonblast and they're gone. As long as they have faster Pokemon, they can do something, but I have Geomancy Xerneas up. So that's 3 Pokemon done. That's 4 Pokemon done. Geomancy Xerneas! Geomancy Xerneas! Zygarde is indeed interesting in Random Battle Gen 7, because it's always Power Construct, I've noticed. In the Random Battle Tournament, which was Gen 7. We saw that quite a few times. But yeah, I swept the Gen 7 battle. That was an easy 2-0 for me there. But once again, it's not over. It's not best 2 out of 3. It's best 4 out of 7. The rest of my team was Decidueye, a normal Deoxys, Sudowoodo, Komala, and a Gallade. Our next generation is Generation 6. However, this battle doesn't count. One of my Pokemon has a Flying Gem, which it doesn't say. I didn't say then which it was. I'm going to assume it was Hawlucha, because it's generally Hawlucha. Flying Gem is unobtainable in Generation 6. I don't know why it's in the pool of items to get. Items to be able to obtain in Random Battle in Gen 6. Pretty sure it's only in Gen 6, not in Gen 7, but it's literally unobtainable. I've checked multiple sources, and only out of the gems, only normal gem is available post Generation 5. So I don't know why the Flying Gem is even in this, and I didn't feel that was legitimate. So I think before the tournament started, it was, I believe, in the rules already that... it must not have been based on this sentence. Here, are you okay with that? Would you like to continue? So I must have put it in the rules right after this match. So that if that happens, the battle doesn't count and you have to restart, which I did do here. I announced it immediately. Potentially I even sent my opponent a screenshot to prove it, that I didn't do this just to get rid of my own team, which is, I thought would be very weak. Because there is a possibility, but that didn't happen. And I'm not sure if I took a shooter or not, but... So we restarted the Gen 6 battle, and it's Rotom Wash, Leafeon. Type advantage to them, but I have Heat more. Critical hit, still not that much. Starmie comes in. Obviously they resist that I have Life Orb, so that's some damage to me. While they heal the leftovers. Kingler, let's go. I resist it. Let's see what happens now. Because they already resist water, they're just sending Thunderbolts. Kingler's gone. Yeah, wasn't much else can happen there. Rotom comes in again. So they're Chestnut. Yeah, I still don't like that idea to have a grass type opposing me, but they're probably physical, so Will-O-Wisp. And even with the Will-O-Wisp, it's over half damage for that Wood Hammer. I Pain Split, get some of my health back with that Wood Hammer, still gonna deal a lot. At least this way I can take that Chestnut with me, potentially. I switch Heatmor in, a Drain Punch. Heal a bit more, leftovers heals a bit more. Burn does take off some damage. Charizard takes decent damage from Fire Blast. We're gonna see a Mega. We are gonna see a Mega Charizard X. I Sucker Punch, and they finish me off with Dragon Claw. So that's a 6-4 lead to Morgan at the moment. Mismagius, Shadow Ball takes out Charizard. Nice for me. Heliolisk. Yeah, that's not gonna be fun because it's part normal. I can't hit it with Shadow Ball. They have Dark Pulse. Doesn't do half, so, and I'm faster, so. That does help me out. Can't flinch from it. Absol is my 5th Pokemon. Resist the Dark Pulse. Justified. Increases my attack. Was going to make good use of that. Mega Absol is. But they have Thunder. And it's a crit. And I can't actually make use of my Absol whatsoever. Landorus, my final Pokemon. Incarnate Landorus. Set up my Stealth Rock. Because I felt that was a good moment. I was probably going to switch anyway. Hydro Pump. Rotom's Death Fodder. I wanted a safe switch into Mismagius. Shadow Ball risking the switch back into Heliolisk. Luckily that didn't happen. Starmie's gone. They still lead 4-2 though. Will-O-Wisp misses. I really need their attack to be half because this isn't working. Pain Split. Deal some good damage. I survive? No, I don't survive. Leaf Blade does take me out. Landorus, my only Pokemon, has 4 of theirs. And I'm not Therian, so I don't have Intimidate. However, I do have Sheer Force, so I can deal real big damage. With Sludge Wave again. 2 Pokemon left. They have a Ditto. That's an imposter Ditto that now has more HP than me. There's Sludge Wave. I Calm Mind. because I feel that otherwise it's never gonna work. I sludge after them. If I move first, I get them. They move first. Well, they are down. That was a min-max thing as well. Heliolisk, which one is faster? It's Heliolisk. Lander is down. And with 1-0, Morgan wins the third battle. I now lead 2-1 going into the next generation, which is Generation 3. Where I start with Regice, they start with Sceptile. And as I say here in the chat, the generation where I somehow won the tournament against my own expectations, still don't know how I did that. Let's see how I can do in the random battle in that generation. Thunderbolt on the Moltres. They are paralyzed, 25% speed. Regice Thunderbolts again. Takes in Moltres. Nidoking comes in, more Fire Blast, but I still have 200 base special defense, so Ice Beam does pretty good damage to Nidoking. Regice putting in real good work. Unfortunately for me, Nidoking hits Fire Blast twice and takes me out. Blastoise is hit really hard with the crit Thunderbolt. Takes out the Nidoking with Surf, making it a 5-4 lead. Sceptile comes in. I switch out to Arcanine, intimidate the Sceptile. Not that that's going to make a difference for Leaf Blade, because remember, Gen 3 and prior is based on your type if it's physical or special, so Leaf Blade is still special. Intimidate doesn't really do anything, but I do resist the Leaf Blade, which is important. I Toxic the Sceptile. They Thunder Punch, don't do too much, so I just Flamethrower. Thanks for the big damage that you allowed me to deal to you. Their leftovers helping them from surviving, they deal some more damage. I Toxic predicting a switch because I thought if they don't switch, Toxic's gonna take them out anyway. Altaria. Toxic. Why not? Seems like a good idea. Hidden Power doesn't actually deal super effective damage, so it's not ground or rock or water. I use Flamethrower because I probably don't have that much more. There's no Wild Charge in this generation yet. I decided to switch here to Aerodactyl, which resists this Hidden Power. So you can theorize about what that Hidden Power might have been. Substitute is dealt less than 25% damage. I can live it. They take some more damage from Toxic, and they don't switch, so Rock Slide from Aerodactyl to finish it off, and I'm still behind the Substitute. Earthquake does decent damage to Registeel. It's still 150 defenses for base on both physical and special defense. But I can work with that. It was counter though. Take me out, well played. Arcanine comes in, is faster than Registeel, and uses Flamethrower to take it out. 4-1 lead. Walrein might have thick fat, very little damage. I just Toxic it to deal some damage there. They use Ice Beam, which doesn't take me out, so that gives me an extra turn for them to take Toxic damage. Hidden Power, probably Rock. I'm taken out, but just by stalling, I think I can win, because Toxic will do good damage even with their leftovers. So I just decide to stall. Smeargle comes in, is faster, has a Substitute, so I'm just going to keep using Substitute until the Walrein is done. And I decided to use Yawn to change things up, but doesn't work on a Pokemon with the Substitutes. So I just set up Spikes, I guess, and Toxic finishes off Walrein. I win Generation 3, making it a 3-1 lead. My final Pokemon was Pinsir, and Smeargle also had Perish Song and Spore as its moves. So quite an interesting Smeargle there. The 5th generation that we'll be playing in is Generation 4. The generation that started competitive battling for a good portion of us, because that's when Wi-Fi battles became a thing. They have a Sleeping Yanmega with speed boosts, but they switch back to that Bronzong, and I'm setting up my Altaria with Dragon Dance in Gen 4, so I can actually make it. They could have Heat Proof, they could have Levitate. I tried for it. They unfortunately had Levitate, no Heat Proof. Water Strike does good damage with Wailord, not full damage, but still pretty good. Still good power there. They switched to Venusaur to resist the move. It's not going to do much damage from here. So I switch. I have a Metagross on my team. Nicely resisting the Power Whip from Venusaur. Earthquake deals good damage, but I can survive another one. So I Agility, so I move first. First to Venusaur, first to whatever else might come in, except maybe the Yanmega after a Protect or something. I have Life Orb, so I will take some damage back. They have Dark Pulse, critical hit. No super effective yet, because that's Gen 6 and onward. Metagross is down. Fire Whip from Carnivine. Carnivine's an interesting Pokemon. Doesn't have amazing stats anywhere, but it's an interesting one to use if you want to. Hitmontop is my 5th Pokemon, just like Venomoth is for them. They use Bug Whisk. It is resistant, but I think they might have Compound Eyes, which makes that not matter whatsoever. Bug Whisk on Atari as well even lowers my special defense. I use Dragonance to to go first. Hit them hard once, but Bug Whisk takes me out. And that is now a 4-3 lead for Morgan in this Gen 4 battle. Wailord comes back in, does move first. Probably a Choice Scarf to Wailord. Relicanth. I don't like that Carnivine. Carnivine, you need to take him out. Please hit with Power Whip. Please hit, please hit, please hit. No, they actually move first. But they forgot I have Levitate, or didn't realize I even had it in the first place. Relicanth down. I lead now, 3-2. Yanmega comes in, sleeps. Speed Boost. I just had to use this moment to heal with Synthesis, but what do I really do against Yanmega? I decided to just Power Whip because I don't really have anything else. This does allow Yanmega to boost its speed, so once it's woken up, it's gonna be able to tear through my team, potentially even flinch with Air Slash. It's 2-2. Starmie doesn't work after the speed boosts. Unfortunately, that is Starmie gone. And Wailord. Yeah, that's not happening. Here I'm saying in the chat, I'm kind of hoping we'll get to the Gen 1 battle because I really like doing Gen 1 randoms. Playing around with that and the mechanics. Wailord does manage to take out Yanmega, but Choice Scarf, I do still believe that. Doesn't work really well. Ice Beam against Bronzong. Bronzong takes me out. I say I'm kind of hoping we'll get to the Gen 1 battle because Gen 1 is the last one we'll play, so that's only if we are 3-3 after the first 6. It's going to be 3-2 for me. The next generation is Generation 2. The stall generation. Literally, so much stall. Are we going to see that in this Gen 2 random battle? Let's see, if I win this, I win 4-2 and take the round. If Morgan wins this, we're going into Generation 1 for the final battle. Scizor v Noctowl. Immediately a switch to Muck while I set up Swords Dance. Steel Wing, critical hit, Muck down, let's go. Nicer. Gligar has good defenses, as Steel Wing does over half, I like that. But they have counter, and Scizor's gone. Raichu must have Surf or Hidden Power Ice. Works for me. Raichu uses Thunderbolt and Poliwrath. Not sure why there's that Poliwrath in. Must have been for Earthquake, but Raichu is faster. So another Thunderbolt is going to take out the Poliwrath. 5-3 lead. Going well. This isn't all that stally at the moment. Noctowl has good special defenses. Takes just under half of its HP as damage. So if they don't get fully paralyzed, they can take Raichu out, making it 4-3. They are paralyzed, so this seemed like the best moment to send in Unknown because they can take him out with a critical hit. Because otherwise, Unknown probably isn't going to do too much. They have Celebi. I have Umbreon, so that resists the Psychic. Leech Seed isn't all that nice, but I decided to Toxic the Celebi to deal some damage after a few turns. They do switch out, so no Toxic damage there yet. I switched to Exeggutor. I wanted to use Exeggutor against Celebi, but they wanted to use Azumarill against Umbreon. Well, we both switched, so it's Toxic, it's Leech Seed, but not the other way around. They're seeded, I'm Toxic. I Toxic now to give them some more damage. It's not Gen 1, so I don't think so. There's no glitch that the Leech Seed makes the Toxic counter go up. Pretty sure that was only in Gen 1. Psychic for some added damage to make them be taken out earlier. Leech Seed helps me heal a little bit, just like the leftovers. And then we both take the Toxic damage. I take it a bit more than them, but it doesn't really matter. I heal. And I decide to switch to Unknown. So now it takes even more damage. And they are taken out there by the poison. Interestingly, it says I heard about Unknown's Tox, even though it was Exeggutor's Tox, it was just toxic in general. But yeah. It is interesting how it says that. Celebi is the only Pokemon left, and remember, I used Toxic on it, so I just need to stall for a little bit, do whatever, and I can make it. So I just send in Unknown, see how long Unknown can hold out, and it's actually dealing pretty good damage with not very effective hidden powers against that Celebi. More damage than that Celebi is dealing with Psychic against Unknown. So this is going to be the final turn. Psychic does not take out Unknown, and Unknown takes down the Celebi, takes on the Legendary, wins me the match. Unknown is the winner in round 1, taking out 2 Pokemon, including the final one, including a legendary. It's Celebi. Thank you all for watching round 1. I'll see you in round 2.